Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to New Covenant Church TV. As always, thanks again for joining me here this week to hear an inspirational message that I got for you guys. But as you look around, you can probably tell that I'm not in my normal setting. I'm not indoors. I'm actually in my backyard right now, but there's a reason for that. I wanted to show you, of course, the gray skies that I have behind me. Now, if you're from South Texas or Southeast Texas, as you've noticed, like in the past 2 or 3 weeks, it seems like every day I wake up, I look out the window and there's another gray sky right there waiting for me. Every day I wake up, it seems like for the past 3 weeks, and there's been rain in the forecast, ugly weather, and it's like, when is the sun gonna come? When is the spring gonna get here? So you know what I'm talking about if you live close to where I'm at. But let me tell you, man, when you wake up day after day and you see this ugly weather and these gray skies in the forecast, it can really have an effect on your attitude if you let it. And I think that there's a little bit of truth behind that. You know, people tend to be more happy and ready to go about their day when the weather's nice than when it's an ugly day like it is today. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk to y'all about today. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about attitude. Now, you're probably saying, like, Jamey, I hope this isn't a message about having a good attitude, because I know I need to have a good attitude. I don't need anybody to tell me that. But I did want to kind of come at it to you today from a different angle. And I wanted to share with you guys a story. Like, when I was a few years back, I used to be in management, and I used to manage some employees. And what I used to tell them was, for me personally as a manager, one of the most important things to me was attitude. Attitude is like everything to me. I would rather work with somebody that doesn't know anything about what they're doing, but they have a great attitude, rather than somebody that knows a lot about what they're doing or everything, but they have a rotten attitude. Because to me, attitude is everything. There's something about being around somebody that always has a smile, that radiates optimism, that has a great attitude, that speaks kind words. You know, those are the kind of people that you want to be around. And to me, it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, but you have a good attitude, that's fixable. I can help you with that. I can show you what you need to do. But it's harder to fix somebody that has a bad attitude, and you know, because that's all comes from right here. And it's harder to fix that. So I would rather work with somebody like that has a great attitude. So attitude to me, this is what I wanted to share with y'all. Attitude to me, we all wake up and we have bad attitudes sometimes. You know, some mornings you wake up and you got a little headache, you got tons of things you got to do on your schedule, and you just have like a bad attitude. We all have those days. There are days where I wake up where I don't want to talk to anybody. But to me, like, I think the reason why we wake up and we have bad attitudes sometimes is because we don't feel like we have any control. Now, what I mean by that is this right here. We feel like we don't have control, like, of our daily lives. We feel like maybe like at our job, we want more control where we're working, and we want more freedom where we work. Or maybe we feel like our kids are out of control, like our schedules are out of control. We don't have control over anything. And I feel like that's what creates in us a bad attitude sometimes. And what I wanted to share with y'all is this, that in life you need to realize and understand and just accept that there are some things, number one, that you can't control. There are just some uncontrollable factors in your life that you're never going to be able to control. Like, for instance, I can't control whether or not I'm going to the planet Saturn. Now, that's probably a silly example, but that's probably never going to happen, and I can't control that. And another thing I can't control is the weather. Now, if you're a faith-filled Christian, of course, a radical faith Christian, you believe that you can speak to the storm. I understand that, but I'm talking about typically things that you can't control in your own effort. Like, I can't come out here and change the weather. So this is a question I want to ask you. Why get upset about something you can't change? Why get angry about something that you can't change? Now, if I could change a circumstance, then yeah, maybe it's okay to get a little upset about that and go and do something about it, because it's changeable. But if I can't change it, there really is no reason to be upset and to let it affect my attitude. Now, on the other hand, you also need to realize that there are things that you can control. Now, you may not be able to control the weather, but you can control how you respond to that weather and whether or not you're going to be productive that day based on the weather. Now, you may not, like I said earlier, you're not always going to wake up and feel like you want to be productive. Like you're not always going to wake up and feel like you want to be good to people and have a good day. But in reality, it's all dependent on a choice. Having a good day is not dependent upon the people around you or what's going on in your life, the factors that are there. Having a good day is dependent upon a choice. I choose to have a good day today, whether or not the weather is good or bad. But you see, that is something that I can change. I may not be able to choose, maybe I may not be able to exactly choose right now where I want to work, but I can choose to work hard and to work smart and to be good to people. That's something, my friends, that I can control. So if there are things in your life that you really just can't control, don't be upset about them and just put them in the category of uncontrollable and just accept them. But my friends, also understand that there are things you can control, and one of those things is your attitude. So my friends, if that blessed you, if you really enjoyed that message, of course, I want you to share it and help me get the word out there that there are some encouraging things going on here at New Covenant Church. And I want to see you guys right here again next week on New Covenant Church TV. I'll see y'all then.